Guess which game I own the most copies of? Is it Sonic 2? Maybe it's Super Mario Bros. Well, you've seen the title in the thumbnail already. The answer is Goat Simulator. The reason for this are the differences between versions, which is what all that clickbait is about. I'll get to it in due time, but before I can tell you which version to buy, I have to convince you to buy it in the first place. So let's do the review first. My history of this game is long. I first picked it up when it was free at Xbox Live Gold in 2016? I've been playing this game on and off since I was 10? I didn't realize it had been that long. Goat Simulator was released in 2011 on Steam and is now available on every modern console. It was originally conceived at an internal game jam at Coffee Stain Studios, where they were brainstorming what game to make next. Goat Simulator was the joke entry, but it ended up winning. But unlike what some will say, let me make this clear, this is far more than a joke game. Since the expansions came out, it has transcended its initial joke status to become genuinely good and high effort. Your goat doesn't have many moves, outside of move, jump, lick, headbutt, wall run, wall jump, ragdoll, flips in any direction, and look mom, no back legs. Not many moves at all. You're dropped into a medium to massive sized map filled with things to do, and you just get to explore. That's really the whole point. There's no way to beat it either, but this is one of the few games I played where it's fun to just goof off. Even when I wanted to go and unlock things, I found myself getting sidetracked all the time. It's great. Yes, you can unlock things. Specifically mutators. These change your goat, kind of like power-ups. Some of them are cosmetic, most of them are just silly, and a few are actually good. A bunch are unlocked from collecting trophies though. The game's collectible. There are like 20 to 32 hidden on each map, and you need to find all of them. Okay, this kind of sucks. The maps get so big that it's really tedious to walk to your location, even with a walkthrough. Without a walkthrough, it's a chore to comb the whole map for these things. Normally I wouldn't use a walkthrough, but this is the 5th time I'm collecting them all. Give me a break. Each of the expansions offers a unique gameplay mechanic, like the stretch goals and waste of space, or the zombie survival mode of Goat's Eat. This gives the game a lot of variety and makes sure that it never gets boring. And I think everyone should try it. But, buyers beware. There are crucial differences between versions, and knowing which one to purchase is important. So what's the big deal then? Why did I put missing content in the thumbnail that made that clickbaity title? Steam version has worse lighting, but it does have workshop support. That sounds like a good trade-off until you realize you can't switch mutators mid-game. Yup. This may not sound like a big deal, but it is. It's a deal breaker. If you don't like your current loadout, you have to exit the game, scroll through the list, pick for the ones you want, and go back in, with loading screens in between. It honestly makes me want to use as few mutators as possible, because if you get bored of your loadout, you're stuck with it. If the console version came out after, and it didn't feel like completely rewriting the PC code to change this, that would be one thing. But the Microsoft Store version on PC is identical to the console version. In fact, I'm using footage from it in the console version instead this whole time. So what the heck? Maybe just that the Steam version could run on older computers, the Microsoft Store version does say Windows 10 after all. Or maybe the mods could break the mutator menu, but it's still not okay that they didn't make these changes clear. They could have just let you pick which build to play or make the Windows 10 version a beta. They could have even made it a separate version, which is automatically included with the purchase of the game. There are several workarounds for it, but the fact they just left it be is unacceptable. But it gets worse. The mobile version of the game has a heap of exclusive content. An extra seasonal map for every expansion with extra mutators and everything. There's even extra mutators unlocked for tasks that you can do in the upper versions. There's even a part in the upper versions where it says you don't unlock something, but you don't. It's only in the mobile version. And then, on top of that, last year they sent out a survey to Steam players. This asked what we wanted in a new Goat Simulator game. Now this got me really excited that we would get a new game, or at least the Steam version would get updated. But instead, they made it free to play on mobile, complete with a daily item shop, and limited time events with even more exclusive content? Why? Why not just bring this over? The paid mobile is less expensive than the upper versions. Why are you rewarding the mobile players when we paid more? Oof, I went on to a bit of a rant there, didn't I? Well, it may be obvious by this point, but the console/Microsoft Store version is the definitive version of the game. However, the Microsoft Store version seems to have saving issues. Like, I have 4 different pieces of footage of me getting all the trophies in Goat Z. The only solution I found is to quit the game every 10 minutes, so keep that in mind. Coffee Stain, if you're watching this, please make the mobile content available on all versions. There's no reason why it shouldn't be.